Wear your halo like a hat, that's like the latest fashion. I got angels all around me, they keep me surrounded.
Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Softball Edition, and my guest for this week's show is none other than junior on the softball team, Brooke Shigematsu. Brooke, thanks so much for joining me.
You're welcome.
All right, now let's start by getting to know you a little bit better, and the first question I'm going to ask is how you became a New York Giants fan.
Well, I never really had a team growing up. My dad was a huge Oakland Raiders fan. I didn't really want to conform, and then one day my aunt was like, "Oh yeah, I've always loved the Giants," and I was like, what, in 6th grade? And I was like, I love the Giants too now. And then they started winning, and I was like, oh my God, I love them. So for sure, my aunt, she's literally just made me love them.
Is she from the New York area?
No, it's just, my dad said that when she was growing up, that's all she watched, with the New York Giants. And I was
Interesting.
Like, yep, that's how.
So we have a little bit of beef because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and so that just doesn't work out whatsoever. So the rest of this interview is going to be very awkward. I saw Brooke yesterday on campus wearing a Giants hat, a Giants sweatshirt, and I told her she cannot wear that in the interview today. So I'm glad you decided to ditch that stuff, because the rest of the interview would have been all about the Giants. Now, 2016 was a record-setting season for you personally, including driving in the most runs in a single season in program history with 43. What was a key for you during last year's historic season?
I was for sure way more confident. Even though I was a sophomore, I came in and I had a great mindset. I was like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to get my starting spot. I know freshman year I struggled a lot getting that starting spot, so I made it my goal sophomore year to do that. And with all the repetition we got with Coach Lyle, I felt confident to do what I did. And yeah.
Now, you were one of two Brookes on this team, the other Brooke, of course, being a Brooke Menacini, and you two are pretty close. What is your relationship like? We're
for sure total opposites. Literally, well, we have stuff in common, but personalities, two different spectrums, but we do balance each other out. She tells me how it is, and I, make it soft on her. I'm just like, it could be like this, and we work it out, and she's like the best roommate I ever had. It just works.
Has it been 2 years you guys are rooming together?
Yes, this will be the 2nd year.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So you know each other pretty well at this point.
Yes.
All the little frustrating quirks about each other.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the team now. You guys split your first conference series of the season against Arizona Christian, receiving votes in the NAIA, and it was the team that won the GSAC last year. Was that a confidence boost for you guys to play one of the top teams in the conference to a split? Even though, of course, you guys wanted to win both, but was it a confidence boost for you guys to at least go down there and play competitive in two?
I think it was. I think that we came in confident even though we didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I know last year we were frustrated every time we lost to them because we knew we could beat them. And I think that's what was frustrating about this series is we should have went 2-0. Like, we knew we should have beat them, and next time we play them, it's going to be a real different game.
And that'll be later on here at home, and I believe that one is in April. Yes. Now, the Arizona road trip wrapped up on Saturday against EmbryRiddle, another series that ended in a split. You guys had 12 runs on 16 hits in the first game, and then you were shut out and only had 3 hits in the second game. What was the difference from game 1 to game 2?
Game 1, we came out with a different mentality. Like, we jumped on the pitcher, and everyone was just so upbeat, and second game was flat. I know that we didn't adjust well to pitchers. Like, the first game, they were a little faster, and it was more of what we're used to. And then the second game, they threw in a slower pitcher, and then everything just went downhill. Like, we couldn't get on time, and we just started making errors, and they just shut us down. And we were really upset about it. We didn't know how to come back.
Yeah, not the best way for you guys to end the road trip, but you're coming back home and you have 6 games here at home, so at least that's a break from you guys. Now, the offense continues to be the strength of this year's team. Already, you guys are hitting .338 offensively. That's just a ridiculous number through 20 games. How is it that everyone on this team is able to rake so well?
Well, we are getting a lot of reps in practice, off our own pitchers, and each pitcher is really different, so we get to see a lot. And then Coach Pena, she throws in that speed and just from a different dynamic. So we do get to see literally 4 different types of pitchers, and that helps us, that prepares us for all of our games.
Now, pitching has also been superb for you guys this year. Jordan Kennedy, Victoria Cervantes, and Sarah Reyes have been shutting teams down on a regular basis. What stands out to you about them?
They're all 3 different personalities. Jordan's the calm. When she's in, everything's calm. Doesn't matter what's going on. It can be fast-paced. Everything around Jordan is calm. Victoria, she's literally stepped up so huge for us. This freshman that came in, didn't know anything about her, and she really she just stepped up for us. And then Sarah, something about Sarah when she's on the mound, man. I just feel okay, it's ready to play. She's so confident and never lets anything get to her. Can't even explain. Just playing behind her's great.
It's also interesting with Sarah. She leads the team in home runs with 3.
Mm-hmm.
So one of your best pitchers also is your best power hitter so far in the early part of the season.
She's a baller for sure.
Now you guys are at home this weekend, 3 doubleheaders, Friday through Saturday, and it starts on Friday, a doubleheader against Hope International in conference. What can you tell us about them, and what are you expecting?
Last year against Hope, we did well. I think we swept them every single time. But this year, there's rumors that they're one of the better teams this year, and they've got a lot of recruits. I know Cassie is friends with a lot of them, so she hears a lot of rumors. But I don't take any team for granted, so I know I'm going to come out thinking they're the best.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Now, sandwiched right in the middle of this homestand is San Diego Christian. They're here on Saturday, and they were the team that bounced Menlo from the playoffs last year, even though you guys beat them in the first round of the playoff tournament. So will you ladies be thinking of that when Saturday rolls around?
For sure. They're the one team that we want to sweep, just want to beat, because I know, I'm remembering feeling that last game, that was tough, and we're going to think about that, and especially for our seniors that was their last game, we're definitely thinking about that going in.
And they're ranked 25th in the nation, so it's going to be a very good series. Mm-hmm. You folks might not want to miss that one. It'll be broadcast live on the Menlo College Sports Network. Brooke, let's go into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites.
Ready.
Are you ready to throw some people under the bus?
Yep.
All right.
For sure.
Question number 1. If you could share a name with any other teammate, who would it be?
I already know I share a name with Brooke, and she's cool and all, but I would for sure share a name with Victoria. We're literally the same exact person. You can ask anyone on our team, same personality, like the same things. It's kind of scary. So we would definitely have the same name together.
All right, question number 2. You and the softballers always are in the same corner of the cafeteria eating lunch together every day.
Yep.
The worst person to eat lunch with in the cafeteria is?
It's Regina. She spills everything. Literally, it's kind of disgusting. Oh my God, I don't even know how she spills. I don't even think she knows how she spills things. And we're just Regina, it's just Regina. So never sit by her.
So we talking about food, beverages, everything?
Everything. It just spills everywhere. Food will fly. And I'm just how, Regina? It's so weird.
I guess it's just the personality, huh?
Yes, of course.
Question number 3. Which teammate would you want to partner with on Wheel of Fortune?
For sure, J Mad. She's literally the smartest person I know, and she'll just think off the top of her head, and I'm just how would you even know that? And it's just, I feel like she would just guess any word. So.
Do you watch Wheel of Fortune at all?
I know the gist of it. Spin the wheel, guess the phrase or something, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you got to know about Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah,
really.
basically so.
Brooke, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. And fans, don't forget softball at home this weekend. A 3-team homestand starting on Friday. A doubleheader against Hope International March 3rd. They're all at 12 o'clock, so the one on Friday will start at 12. San Diego Christian, 25th ranked team in the nation, is here on Saturday at 12 o'clock. And then to wrap up the homestand, Marymount, California University on March 5th. That one also at 12 o'clock. All 6 games will be broadcast live from Wonderlic Field on the Menlo College Sports Network. Well, I guess it's no secret who next week's interviewee is going to be. And no, it's not Brooke Menacini, which I thought it was going to be. But Brooke has already said it's going to be Cassie Grana. Mm-hmm. So Cassie, you have been issued the challenge to accept the next invite to join me on Unrooted. Thanks so much for joining. I'm Brian Brownfield, and we'll see you back here again next week.
Great, I feel like Alexander. Wear your halo like a hat, that's like the latest fashion. I got angels all around me, they keep me surrounded.